So I can see that I have started a live video. Hello everyone. I don't know if anyone is going to join on this profile, but I thought that I'm going to do this. So hi everyone, welcome. I will try to see if I can upload this video on YouTube after that as well. So let me tell you a little story that happened. So I was going through my message request right now, and I told people that, oh, I'm going to answer your question in a live video on my guide Instagram profile. And the amount of times I had this situation when people were like, oh, I don't need you anymore, thank you, bye, and unfollowed me. So then I'm really happy that I did not answer anything to those people, because I imagined that I would have been wasting my time doing research, find where they can find a job, look where they can find rent, tag them back on Instagram, and then end up with nothing, with them simply saying, giving me a like and following me and leaving, you know. So I had many times this kind of situation is really not nice, you know, because and then I understand that this is why I'm not replying to people, especially to people I don't know, because they kind of use me, and once they get their answers, they just leave. And if I need something, if I will ever need any help, they will never be there for me, they will never be there with me. This is why, guys, be very mindful as well to whom you give your time, to whom you give your energy, because very often people will behave like this as well. They will just unfollow you, get rid of you, and yeah, you will understand that you just simply wasted your time for absolutely nothing. And very often, my friends, to be honest, they do not allow me to even reply to these messages on Instagram. They tell me that, Anna, you should not do this. We do not allow you to do this, because in case something happens, those people will not give a shit about you. But if you reply to your friends, and if you spend more time to with your friends, with your family, then of course there is a chance that if I'm in need, if I need something, of course my friends and my family will always be there for me. This is why I'm not really answering to people I don't know. And again, if there are any questions you want to ask, you are very welcome to do what? To get a private consultation. Okay, cool, guys. So I'm making this live video. It's not gonna be too long. What I'm gonna do, just answer a few of your questions and and move on and make a little announcement as well. Perfect. So let me have a look here. Hey, I found you on YouTube. I'm planning to move to Ireland for studying and working, but not sure if I'll find a job in there and study at the same time. Can you help me? Not exactly sure what I can help you with, to be honest. Maybe with like an advice, suggestion. If you are a non-EU citizen, you will only be able to work 20 hours in Ireland. This is the law while studying. So yeah, you are going to have a hard time working 20 hours, so most likely you need to find a cash job, which is an illegal job, and you will have to somehow try to earn money. Unfortunately, cash jobs are very difficult. You don't have job security in there as well. There is no law protecting you. You're also doing tax evasion, so you have to be pretty careful with it, because employers can be very careful with it as well. But you can try find something in construction, in cleaning, and earn some extra money. So yeah, probably you'll be okay. I don't know. You're big boys and girls. I'm sure you can look after yourself. Hi Anna, how is the situation in Ireland? Are there any restrictions imposed due to recent COVID outbreaks? Usually when I get these kind of messages, I'm getting really annoyed, and I'm like, can you like Google it? Like, do you know how to use Google? Okay, if you knew how to text me on Instagram, most likely you also know how to use Google. So I mean, why don't you simply Google, like write in there saying that COVID restrictions Ireland, and look at the most recent updates and most recent articles and find out what the restrictions are. Why are you texting me? I don't really get it. I'm being really bad today. I decided that I'm not gonna be nice to people anymore, because unfortunately people do not deserve this. But I posted there a story with the most recent restrictions. This is why you can double check that. Yes. And Google it if you need to Google it. Somebody asked me about how far I live from the city center. Yeah, I do live pretty far away, I can say. It's like maybe 25 minutes drive by car. Considering depending on where you're coming from. In some situations, you might think that, oh my God, 25 minutes or 20 minutes is a very, very long drive. If you're coming from bigger countries, of course, that's not a long drive for you. Yeah, guys, can you please let me know if you hear me? Because I connected the microphone and I even have no idea if you can hear me. And I've been talking for so long. So how far away I'm living from a city center? So looks like this person is trying to decide where to get accommodation. Perfect. So in the city center or in a suburb. To be honest, I don't know, like you probably have to look at your own situation and see where it is best for yourself. Everyone's situation is very different. In my situation, I work in the South Dublin part. I do drive. So for me, it's great to be where I am because I'm saving a lot of money on rent. So I'm not paying that much for rent. I am having a car, and I do not have to pay parking because I have a parking spot. So I'm very good in my situation, yes. But let's say if I was to just move somewhere, I would probably try to rent somewhere not too far from where I live. I'll explain to you why. Because to be honest, in Ireland, the public transport is bad. I find it really, really bad. Many people might argue with me, but yes, if you live in the city center of Dublin, the public transport is going to be okay. Like you'll get a lot of buses, you'll get a lot of trams, you will be fine, yes. But if you get a little bit outside the city center, you're going to have many problems with the public transport. Give me 2 seconds. I need to close the window. Because it's getting a bit cold. Yes, so probably look at where you are going to be working. I remember that when I moved to Ireland, I found a job in the city center, so I had to commute, yes, from the suburb. It's still Dublin, but it's outside city center. So I had to commute, so my commute time every single day would be 3 to 4 hours. So that's very, very long. Initially, I was really happy. I thought that, oh my God, I'm gonna be reading a lot of books on the bus, great, amazing, and stuff like this. Yes, but after a month of commuting like this, I was extremely tired. To be honest, I wasn't even able to open a book on that bus. So commute times would be something that probably is important to take in account. So yeah, probably look at where you're going to be living. If you will be, for example, working where we will be working, yes, if you are going to be working remotely, you and your partner as well, so most likely you might rent somewhere outside the city center and maybe think about getting a car. If you think about if you are going to work somewhere in an area, maybe look to rent in that area because commute times can be absolutely crazy. I remember how drained I was by those commute times. Yes, I was like absolutely killed, to be honest, and that was only a month of me commuting for so much. So yeah, probably look at where you're gonna be working, and if you can get a car, then probably you can rent a little bit outside, save a little bit on the rent, but you'll still have to buy a car if you're outside. Again, you can survive without a car, but it's gonna be really hard. You have to be a tough person who is ready to go through wind and rain and everything else to be able to survive outside the city center without a car, because the country is really adapted to having a car and is badly adapted to using public transport. Again, city center is fine and is grand, but like if you get outside, it gets a bit more difficult. Hi Anna, I'm looking forward to being in Ireland in January. Do you have a disclaimer about weather? To be honest, I don't really understand this question, I'll be honest, but about weather in when? In January? Yeah, in January. Yes, get ready to fall in depression. Get ready because it's gonna be very dark, gray, cold. Yes, so yeah, January is one of my least favorite months, and even I know people who are born and who lived in Ireland, and they actually find January and February very depressive months because of the weather. March gets a bit nicer, but in your situation, as you're gonna move somewhere abroad, most likely you will be in that honeymoon period and you won't really notice the weather because you'll have so many things to do. You'll have to organize your rent, job, learn loads of new things. So most likely it will not really affect you. You'll just be really, really busy. So maybe look at it from a positive point of view that you're coming in January. Like everything is going to be great. You're going to be really busy. You're going to be in that honeymoon period, and then spring is going to start and the weather is going to get better and you will be able to enjoy it. Cool, let's move on. Somebody asked me about tips for learning to drive. Just wondering which company did you do your driving lessons with, and can you recommend an instructor you had? So yeah, I had 2 instructors. So initially you have to do 12 lessons. Yes, 12 driving lessons required by the law. So when I was doing driving, I did 12 driving lessons. I paid about 300 euro, and to be honest, I realized that I'm not ready. I don't know how to drive a car. I'm not ready to pass any kind of tests. So I don't really recommend my first instructor. I don't even remember his name, so it doesn't matter. But I took another instructor later on. I took 10 lessons. I paid 500 euro. That's a lot of money. His name was Dave. I can't remember his surname. So he used to work in the school called Learn to Drive. Yes, Learn to, number 2 and Drive. And his name was Dave. So if you go on Facebook, they most likely have a website. So if you go on Facebook at least, and you type in Learn to Drive, you find that school of driving and you ask for Dave, then you'll be able to go to that driving instructor. I really recommend him. I'm not gonna leave any links because he charged me like 500 euro, and that's a lot for 10 lessons, which were even less than an hour. But his rate of passing from the first time was really, really high. About, I think, 98% of his students passed from the first time. So I was happy to pay so much money because I just wanted to get rid of my driving lessons. So yeah, Learn to Drive, and if you can find Dave in there, if he's still there, I'd really, really recommend you to get lessons from him. Perfect. I have a few more questions, guys, and then I will move into my announcement. I'm gonna answer a few of your questions and we're gonna move on, okay? So somebody asked me about possibility to have a job. So that person is doing MA, I suppose that's Masters in English in Ireland, although my graduation background is English literature. So you're wondering probably about finding a job. Probably, yeah, I suppose that if you do your master's in Ireland, you should be able to find a job. There is a high chance that maybe you will not find your dream job straight away. Yes, maybe you'll have to look a little bit longer. But I'm sure that if you work really hard, meet loads of new people, build connections and stuff like this, you should be able to find a job in your field. Somebody is asking me, so they are coming to Ireland from India, so they are going to do Bachelor of Business Management. And they are asking if Ireland is good for job and settling. To be honest, I'm not gonna say yes or no. It's very different. So the word good means very different things to different people, in different situations as well. Yes, like something can be good for me in the situation I am in, but can be bad for me in a few years' time, you know. So this is, we have to do a psychological session where we are going to discover what good means to you and what good means to me. And based on that, we can try to answer that question, yes. But, you know, you're going to come and do Masters in Ireland and you will see if you like it. You're going to get a 2-year visa after that. So you are going to see if you like it, you don't like it. And if you like it, amazing. If you don't like it, you don't like it. It's very, very personal. Again, as I say, it really depends on the person. It's like something extremely personal, and it's very hard for me to say yes or no. A few years ago, maybe like 2 years ago, I thought that yes, I'm gonna stay in Ireland forever, and I was like so disappointed that, oh my god, I'm gonna stay and live in this weather forever. Now I understand today, yes, I understand that maybe not. Most likely it's not a good country for me to settle in because I don't like the weather. However, in terms of job, there is plenty of job security, but then very high prices. But then do I really need it? Do I really need to live in this kind of weather? So I'm still thinking. So currently, for me, today the answer is no. It's not a good country for settling, but it's a pretty good country for a job where you can get some job experience. If you have a chance, maybe look at the UK. UK is bigger, and go to bigger cities, because there are definitely much more chances in the UK than in Ireland. Ireland is a very, very, very small country. It makes like a few percent of the UK market. So if you have a chance, maybe look at the UK. Plus, I think India was a colony of UK, so you might find it a bit easier to move to the UK. So think about it. Maybe London definitely does not compare with Dublin. Like, London is a huge megapolis. Dublin compared to London is just like a little tiny village. So not that it's something bad, but I mean, it's there are less opportunities. Yes, here are some big companies, some companies like Google and stuff like this, but I understood that even Google in here, they are listening to the UK, so they do what UK tell them to do. This is like a bit of insider information that I got, like UK makes all the strategic decisions, and Google in Dublin, yes, they simply implement those decisions. So it's up to you, but life here is much quieter. Now, somebody asked me a question, but they told me that I don't need you anymore, and they unfollowed me, so I'm not gonna answer this question. This is why I don't really answer to people's questions, because sometimes I don't know if there is any point to waste my time. I'm really crazy about wasting time, so you most of you will not understand me, but what? I am being careful with my time and who I'm giving my time to. Because I know that if people need something, they will find you from the ground, and then if you need something, they will never even reply to you. Cool, I'm going through the questions, see if anyone asked anything. Germany, I'd say Germany is a very nice option. Again, you have to learn German language, and if you're ready to do this, probably yes, you have to probably learn German. But yeah, it's a bit warmer country as well. There is definitely plenty of job security, and also they have like free medicine. For example, in Ireland, if you pay more money into the state, more taxes into the state, you lose the right to get free healthcare. You either have to be extremely poor person, oh my god, the bill, to get free healthcare, or otherwise you can't get free healthcare. You have to pay for your healthcare. Even though you pay more and more taxes in the state, you lose your right to get free healthcare. In Germany, as far as I know, you pay taxes into the state and you get free healthcare. And healthcare in Germany should be pretty good. So think about it. But I don't know. It's up to you. It's up to you your situation, because it really depends. Like I tell you that, like for example, last year or 2 years ago or 3 years ago, I was looking at life differently, and today I'm looking at life differently as well. What is gym price in Dublin? You can find very many prices. It depends. Like for example, I'm still using going to a gym. I'm not gonna recommend this gym because I don't really like it, and I hope to change it very soon. I'm still using a student discount. Yes, I went to the gym when I was a student. I showed them my student card and they gave me a student discount. So I'm currently paying €55 for the gym. That's with a student discount. And if I was to pay full, that would be about 55, I think, or even €60 per month as a membership to the gym. And the gym is not the nicest one, to be honest. Like, the pool is actually not deep enough. It's like 1.2 meters, it's okay. You can find cheaper gyms as well. I saw a gym and the membership was about €30 a while ago, a few years ago, but that was an underground gym. I went in there, it was smelling like sweat and it was like really closed. It was very dark, so I didn't like that. So you can find different prices, but expect something starting at maybe €35 up to 60, 70. Yeah, you will be definitely able to find a gym. Yeah, probably just go to a few places, see how they look like, because in my situation, I kind of wanted to get a good deal, but I didn't want to go to the cheapest gym because I don't know, it felt like really tiny and I could not even breathe in there. It was like so disgusting. So think about it, like probably go to a few ones. Everyone will be very nice to show you the gym, and if you like it, that's great. If not, then probably keep looking for something else as well. Perfect. I see that somebody is here. Hi, hello, nice to see you here. I'm afraid to mispronounce your name. So yeah, cool guys, I have been really fast and answered so many questions. Thank you very much for asking. I usually try to make like a live video and answer your questions in a live video. I'll try to do this, or not in a live video, but maybe in a Q&A video on YouTube, because I think it's great. Many people might have these questions and I'll be able to answer them for more people, save my time as well, and give a chance to others to learn a little bit more about it. So yeah, cool. Nice to talk to you guys. I have a little announcement as well. I know that Christmas is coming. Who doesn't love Christmas? New Year is coming as well. I'm very curious to know, what do you celebrate the most, Christmas or New Year? For example, when I used to live in Moldova, in Eastern Europe, we used to celebrate New Year as the biggest celebration of the year. And now here in Western Europe, everyone celebrates Christmas as the biggest celebration of the year. So I'm just very curious to know which one is the biggest for you. So yeah, but I use the best of both worlds. I celebrate Christmas and I just celebrate New Year, and I add loads of other celebrations into my life. Why not? Let them be. I see someone says New Year. Oh, that's very, very nice. And where are you from as well? Yeah, I love New Year. And I started loving Christmas as well. My mom was simply lazy to cook something for Christmas and do something. This is why we never celebrated, just because of laziness. But I am happy to celebrate absolutely everything. Cool. Now, my little announcement. So I created, of course, the Moving to Ireland guide. You know about it, and I know that I have answered loads of these questions in the guide. Yes, about rent. I answered a few questions about there is like a lot of information. Yes, rent, jobs, education, visas, taxes, and so far and so on. So I know that this guide can be very helpful for you, rather than you sitting there for a few days doing that research. I know that you can find a lot of information online, but it's really, really hard to sit there and actually focus and know what information is important for you. I know that very often we can hear some information, but just because we don't know that is important, we just do not pay attention to it and we skip it. This is why I made my Moving to Ireland guide to answer a lot of your questions, where you can read about rent, about different websites where you can find rent, where you can have an idea of what you need to ask when you're looking for a place to rent, because there is certain criteria that you have to pay attention, and different kind of restrictions, an introduction to Ireland as well, yes, as to what symbols Ireland has, what you will see, where to go, what to visit as well, you know, because there are some nice places that are worth visiting, so I put them in the guide as well. I also put a few nice finance books that you can read, so you can buy and read those books. Yes, it took me many years to actually find those books, and I'm really, really sorry that I did not find those financial books at the beginning when I just moved to Ireland, because my financial situation would have been much better if I was to know about them. So it took me a few years to actually find those books, to read them, and to understand that those things actually brought me some really, really good knowledge. So I put all that in the Moving to Ireland guide, and I decided that I'm going to make a little Christmas present and a little Christmas discount for you. So I'm gonna make a 23% discount for my Moving to Ireland guide, and you're very, very welcome to get it. So to get my Moving to Ireland guide, just send me a message saying, Anna, I want to get the guide, and I will tell you how to do it. And you can get it with a 23% discount from today, the 18th of December, till the 24th of December, close of business or close of day. So yeah, you have a bit less than a week to get the discounted guide. I think it's a very, very great idea, because there are about 80 pages in the guide, and you'll be able to read a lot of information. So yeah, don't miss your chance to get a guide with a 23% discount till the 24th of December. To get it, just text me in my Instagram and tell me that, Anna, I want to get the Moving to Ireland guide. So yeah, I see somebody's from India, so it looks like New Year is a bigger celebration than Christmas in India. That's actually very nice to know. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas to you too. Can we work while standing school, probably attending school. School, do you mean school as school or school as university or college? Probably you can work. I think you can work from when you are 16 legally. I think you'll be paid a bit less, but yeah, you can work. If you're doing college as a non-EU student, then you can work for 20 hours a week. And you can work 40 hours in your break time, like summer break time. Somebody asked me if I moved to UK. No, I did not move to UK. Probably, to be honest, I wouldn't like I remember that when I was a child, I really wanted to move to the UK and stuff like this. But to be honest, nowadays, if I'm thinking, I would really not like to move to the UK. And not because it's a bad country, but I don't want to move to the UK because it's going to be exactly the same weather, maybe a bit better, but it's going to be like, again, bad weather. I will have to learn the accent again, and I don't know if I want to do that. So I don't want to move anywhere into any northern countries. I understand that northern countries actually have great opportunities, like great salaries, great job security, but they also have very high cost of living, and I'm just trying to think what is important for me at the moment, and currently I don't have children, I don't have a family, so I understand that currently I don't need that much stability, so this is why I would not like to move to UK. Maybe I would move for a little while if I was offered a job or something, but probably not. I wouldn't like to go anywhere into the northern countries. It's enough of north for me, enough of bad weather for me. I kind of want to get a little bit to the south and get a bit of sun, get some tasty food, because nothing really grows in the north and you don't even get really good quality food. So that's a big problem for me currently as well. Hi, hello Manish, how are you doing? Nice to see you here. Thank you very much for always supporting me. I really, really appreciate it. So yeah, cool guys. I can't see any more questions, and yeah, it's very nice to have a live video. I didn't have a live video on Instagram in ages. I wasn't even sure if I'm gonna be able to do it. I will try to upload it on my YouTube. So yeah, I'm being a bit slow, to be honest, these days, because what happened to me a few days ago is that I got like a really, really bad back pain, and every single move that I'm doing is actually much more difficult for me. I have no idea where I got that back pain, to be honest. I did sport very carefully. I didn't lift anything heavy, and I just have this like bad back pain for some reason, and every single move is like so much more difficult for me. So I'm just trying to do what I can do, but I don't know why, but it feels a bit more difficult. I hope this pain will go away in a few days time, but yeah, I'll try to upload it on YouTube. Yeah, thank you very much, Manish. Yeah, thank you. Take care of yourself too. Oh, somebody's going to sleep. Cool. Have a very good night. I suppose it's already night. Have a very good night. For some reason, I booked also a ticket to the cinema to, I think, Spider-Man. And I booked the ticket. I thought initially somebody booked the ticket for me. Initially, I thought that cinema ticket is at 8 o'clock. Then that person told me that cinema ticket is at 9 o'clock. Then at 11 o'clock, 11 p.m. I mean, and then looks like the ticket to the cinema is actually at 11:55 p.m. So I'll have to stay awake and watch the movie. So yeah, cool. Thank you very much, guys. Again, as I said, I'll try to upload this on YouTube as well and save it here so you can watch the live. Thank you very much for joining, and don't forget about getting my Moving to Ireland guide with a little discount from today till the 24th of December. It's going to be a 23% discount for my Moving to Ireland guide. Cool. Thank you very much. Have a very lovely Saturday. Enjoy your weekend, and I will talk to you very, very, very soon. So yeah, bye.